Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 2D plotting function in MATLAB. Okay, so this is the outline for this video. Okay, so first we're going to introduce you about the 2D plotting function. Okay, we're going to discuss about the conceptual idea of how to generate a 2D plot of X versus Y on a computer, and then we'll look at how we can implement this idea of 2D plotting, okay, of the most simple plot X and Y using MATLAB, using the plot function in MATLAB. And then I'm going to also show you on how we can go ahead and decorate the plot, such as labeling the axis, inserting title on or off the grid lines, insert legend, text, and etc. And also how we can set the axis limits manually, and also maybe how we can make multiple plots on the same axis. Okay, after that, once you are comfortable with the concepts of 2D plotting or 2D functions in MATLAB, we'll take a look at this useful concept, okay, known as subplots. Okay, and maybe we also look at a couple of other 2D plotting functions that might be useful, such as histogram, plot YY, semi-log X, semi-log Y, pie, and scatter plots. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire up your MATLAB. So we can try all these 2D plotting function using the plot command. Okay, so first, okay, I'm going to start by introducing you or maybe just want to refresh your memories about the two-dimensional plots. Okay, now if you still remember, the XY plot is the most commonly used plot by engineers. Okay, so we have two different variables to create the XY plots. The X value or the range of X variable is called the independent variable, and then we also have the range of Y values, which is called the dependent variable. Okay, so let's go ahead and consider the XY data. Okay, so this is a table that shows a set of data of time versus distance obtained through measurement. So in this case, you don't see in this case, time here is the independent variable, while the distance measured in feet is the dependent variable. Okay, so now we're going to consider this data of X and Y and try to generate a XY plot using the plot function. Okay, so I'm going to open my MATLAB here. Okay, Okay, so this is my MATLAB user interface. So first, I'm going to specify a specific place where I want to save all my programming code. Okay, just wait. Okay, make sure you select the folder. Okay, so now everything that I want to save from this MATLAB code, okay, will be saved in this specific folder, MATLAB section 4. Okay, so I'm going to do a plot of x and y pairs that I've shown earlier. So I can do that. So if you can do parallelly with me. So you have those slides. I'm going to show you the slides again. Okay, so first I'm going to create x vector, which is consists of these time values, and also y vector that consists of this distance value. Okay, let's do that in MATLAB. Right, so you can either do this in editor or script file, or you can just type in command window. Okay, but for this case I want to show you that we can do both. Okay, either in editor or command window. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we can plot this in command window. So since x is a range from 0 to 18 with an increment of 2, so I can do this by using this colon operator. And then for y, you can enter it manually. Okay, so what happened here is I've just create an x and y vector with the same size. Okay, x and y is a row vector with 10 columns. Okay, so it is in the same size. So now let's try to do the plotting. Okay, it's very simple. You just have to use this plot function, plot, and the way I type is plot. Okay, so this is the MATLAB guide that will appear, okay, when you call for any specific function. So plot x and y. So x is referring to the independent variable and y is referred to the dependent variable. Okay, so my x and then my y. Okay, so you hit enter. Okay, so once you hit enter, what will happen is actually, okay, here you will see that there's a new figure popping out. Okay, so this is a free floating figure that shows the trend, okay, represented by this blue line here. Okay, so what MATLAB do, okay, or what this command do, the plot xy, is that it will plot all the independent and dependent values on this space here. Okay, so alternatively, you can also create this plot in script editor. Okay, I'm going to show you here. Okay, I'm going to put some comments. So this is xy plot. Okay, so how about I do some clearing. Okay, close all my figure window and let's run this. Okay, it's still I got the same result. Okay, you can also open a new figure by type figure here. I'm going to run this again and this one is appear again. Okay, if you do not like that this figure window is free floating and moving around, so you can dock it to your interface. Okay, and as usual you can undock it also. Okay, and you can resize and put it anywhere that you like. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, let's see, I want to put it here. Okay, just at the bottom of the workspace window. Okay, okay, now okay, let's look at this figure again. Okay, so you can see that this figure is pretty boring, right? It doesn't have any title or any x and y axis labeling. Okay, now how about we'll start decorating the plots. Okay, so for your information, I'm going to show you my PowerPoint again. So for your information, okay, so we always add title, x-axis label, and also y-axis label, complete with units. Okay, so for any certain plots, especially in these x and y plots, these are some of the useful information that might be needed. So sometimes it is also useful to add the grid function, the grid lines to the plot. Okay, but it depends on your plots. Okay, not every plot needed to be included with the grid function or grid lines, right? So this is an example of the same data set. Okay, but now we have already specified the title, y-axis labeling, and also x-axis labeling. Okay, so let's see. How we can decorate, how we can start decorating our plot by using command in MATLAB. Okay, this is very simple here. Okay, let's start by inserting the title for that plot. Okay, so to add title to that plot, you can just simply type title, open round bracket, and then type your title. Okay, so please bear in mind, so if you want to use apostrophe such as in this Hollis, okay, type first Hollis laboratory experiment 1 here. Okay, so you have to use the apostrophe, the double apostrophe, to indicate that this is not the close of the of a quotation. Okay, otherwise MATLAB will treat your single quotation sign as the close comment of that string. Okay, so the title, whatever that you type here, is called the string. Okay, this is called the string data type. So if you notice that once you start typing, okay, this is incomplete, so it is denoted by these red font colors. Okay, so you can see that if you run, okay, you will get this error because your string is not terminated properly. Okay, that's the warning issued by MATLAB. So if you put it the 1, okay, you close this quotation sign. Okay, the change of font color from red to purple here indicate that this string is completed. However, this is not what you wanted to do, right? Okay, we want to consider this one as Hollis, and then this is the end of the string, and then this is how we close the syntax. Okay, so now we can, so notice that every time I hit run, okay, MATLAB will open a new figure. Okay, so this is my previous figure and this is my current figure. Okay, it has the number figure 2 because this will MATLAB will number it consecutively, okay, from 1 2 3 and so on. Okay, so if I close this figure, I will close these two figures. Okay, you will see that MATLAB will open another figure with figure 1. Okay, so if you close all the figures that you open, okay, MATLAB will start numbering the figure 1 again. Okay, so figure 1 is the default number. Okay, so now I just entered my title. So you can do the same for X labeling and Y labeling, but okay, the input is the same. The only difference is the function name. X label, so open round bracket. Okay, X is the time, this one is the unit. Okay, make sure you close it, and then this is how you label your y-axis. Distance, feet. Okay, so hit run again. Okay, so now I have a completely labeled or label of a simple XY plots. Okay, so I think you at least can get what I want to convey here, which is you can easily plot a graph or whatever trend that you want to portray in a figure by calling this plot function, and this is how you start decorating your plots, right? And then Okay, and then let's see what else we can do. Okay, so suppose we want to, then let's now go ahead and turn on the grid lines here. Okay, so it's very simple. How about I do this? I put it beside here. Okay, so you can do that by typing the grid on down here and then run. Okay, so this is my new figure with the grid on. Okay, this is previous figure. So you notice that every time I hit enter, MATLAB will produce a new figure since I specified it figure here. If I don't do that, okay, so if I do not put this figure comment here, so what will happen is hit run. Okay, here hit run. Okay, MATLAB will override my current figure. So if I want MATLAB to open a new figure every time I make changes to the figure, I just type figure here. Okay, this doesn't mean that every time I make changes. So MATLAB will open a new figure every time I want to make not only changes, but every time I want to insert anything related to the figure comment, okay, or plotting comment, right? Here you go. Okay, so after this, why is this blank? Because here after figure comment here, so this one is already there. Okay, the x, y, and then the plot is already in here in figure 1, and then here I specify MATLAB to open new figure, so that's why the new figure is blank. Okay, this new figure only have title, x label, y label, and grid on. Okay, so if I don't want that new figure to be blank, okay, I'm just going to specify the figure up here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is my current latest updated figure with all the labeling and also the interesting, such as I can on grid on. Okay, I can also off the grid. Okay, by typing grid off, but for right now I don't want it. I don't want to off the grid. Okay, I'm just going to close all the figures now. Right. Okay, another thing that you should always remember is you should create a graph first before you add titles or labels. Okay, you can see here in my example. Okay, let's close this figure. So now, if you can see closely on my script file here, so now I create graph first. Okay, and then I will start decorating. Okay, so I get this kind of figure complete with units and labeling. Okay, so what if I do the decoration first and then only I call the plot. Okay, let's see what happened. I don't necessarily need that too much space up here, but okay, so what happened here, even though I have specified all my title and X labeling and also grid on, but my figure only shows this default. Okay, this is the default setting of plotting window. Okay, Okay, it is because there are all these command or all these instruction are erased when this plot command executes. Okay, so always remember to create or call plot command first before you start decorating. Okay, so let's put it here. Right, so run. There you go. Beautiful, or not so beautiful, but a very useful plot. Okay, because now you know what is this x-axis and then what is this y-axis, and also what are the data set represent. Alright.